Do not quit your job. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Cue the intro. It's unfortunate because Forex, to most people, has a bad reputation, mainly because a lot of people expect to get rich quick. That's not the case. I don't recommend you quit your job, and I don't recommend you try to do this full time yet, unless you're able to, unless you have money put away and you can pay everything without, relying on this to make you money the first couple of months, then by all means go ahead. But if you're looking for an extra income and don't have that much capital to invest, I don't recommend you invest into this and then go, trade blindly or take signals blindly, because you will lose money. You will lose money. And unless you're fine with losing that money, then I don't recommend you do it. And like I mentioned, a lot of people come into this with the mentality of getting rich quick. Just like any profession, any skill out there, it requires time to learn. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't acknowledge that. They think that, there's these Forex traders on social media and everywhere making money, living in penthouses, buying cars after cars after cars, that anybody can do it. And then when they get into it and when they try it and when they lose money and they can't see any progress the first couple of weeks or months, they quit. The first couple of weeks or months, they'll quit. So the statistic right now is 96% of retail traders lose money and or quit. 96% of people who come into this lose money and quit. That's a high percentage of people. That's the majority of people who try this will quit. That leaves only 4% of people who saw it through. Not only that, but it takes the average person the average trader 3 years to become profitable. Meaning you're still going to lose money, but now you're going to be making more money than you lose. So if it takes 3 years for the average person to become profitable and 96% of people quit, leaving only 4% up there, that means only 4% of people were willing to do what the rest of us weren't willing to do. And on average, it took that 4% about 3 years to become profitable. Sure, it can be a lot less, and sure, it can be a lot longer. It just depends on you. It depends on how much time you're willing to put in, how much focus you're willing to put in, and how dedicated you really are to this. With that being said, I've only been in this about a year. I'm a profitable trader. I am not a consistently profitable trader. I'm learning there. I'm getting there. This video, I'm not going to teach you anything regarding trading. I'm not even going to get into the details of Forex. All I'm going to let you know, okay, maybe some details. All I'm going to let you know is why I joined this and why you should probably consider looking into it. The reason I joined this is because, unlike the stock market, you can profit with up movement and down movements. Bearish markets, bullish markets. You can profit on both. Unlike stocks, you buy low, you profit, you sell. And then you wait for price to come down before you buy again. There's only a one-way street for stocks. And Forex, you have a two-way street. You can go either direction and still make money, which is a great thing. And it's open 24/5. Yeah, it's open 24/5. So 24 hours, 5 days a week. Unlike the stock market, it's only open from about 6:30 a.m. to about 3 p.m. Pacific Coast time, I think, or New York time. I'm not 100% sure. So that's the benefit of Forex. You can trade 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then crypto is open on weekends. So now you have the possibility of trading 24/7, which is amazing because it gives you the opportunity to make money at any time. For those of you who have other things to do, are occupied with other jobs, family, it gives time in between anything to trade. So it's not solely focused on one time frame, which is great. And not only that, but there are different styles. I'm not going to get into that. So that's one of the reasons why I joined it, because it's a two-way street. There's more room for profit. Another thing, the stock market trades a little over $200 billion a day. $200 billion. The foreign exchange market trades $6.7 trillion a day. $6.7 trillion a day they're trading, exchanging on a daily basis. If there's $6.7 trillion circulating and I can teach myself how to grab a small percentage of that, even a small percentage of $6.7 trillion amounts to a large sum. What's stopping me from grabbing a piece of that pie? What's stopping you from grabbing a piece of that pie? So I just started seeing all these opportunities. There's a lot of opportunity to make money in this. However, like I said in the beginning, this is not a get rich quick scheme. You will not get rich quick. When you learn this properly, you learn that it's going to take time to compound your money. You know, along with proper risk management and all of these, fundamentals, you learn how to manage your risk. You learn how to lose the least amount as possible, all while gaining the most amount possible. When you learn that skill, it's something that can teach you, that can feed you forever. I mean, people all over the world are doing this. This is one of the essential jobs out there. Actually, during COVID on Fox News, there was actually a list of 5 essential workers. And guess what was one of them? Forex trader. The great thing about the foreign exchange market too is that it is recession proof. Recession proof, meaning you're not going to lose your job when some emergency happens like this, because you can access it anywhere as long as you have internet and a computer, and as long as the currencies are still circulating, which most likely they will be. Even if the strength of the currency is falling, you're still making money. You can still make money. So it's not like, oh, the currency's falling like stocks, and now I have to wait for it to recuperate. No, you don't. You can chase it down and you can make money while it's going down. Vice versa, same when it's going up. One thing I do want to let people know is that, like any job, like any profession, it requires time. It requires time to put in. You're going to put in time to learn this. And unfortunately, a lot of people, after only a couple of weeks or even a couple of months and losing a bit of money, they give up. They give up because they see that, oh, it's not for me. Oh, I'm losing too much money. I mean, first of all, you should only be investing money that you're willing to lose, that you're fine with losing. If you have bills to pay and all of this, the last thing you want to do is put your savings into this and trade blindly. If you, let's say, have your savings and have, a couple thousand bucks put away that are not needed, and that if you lose it, it won't affect your bills, it won't affect your finances, then okay, then you have some capital to trade with. But if it is something that's going to hurt you when you lose it, don't invest. Simple as that. The good thing is that, there's a lot of brokers who have demo accounts. So you literally don't even have to use your own money. You can use live charts, live graphs, but don't even have to use your money. So that's the great thing about these brokers, that they offer these demo accounts. So it gives you the opportunity to learn to trade and to trade, but without risking losing money. But you're not going to make any money either, but you see your progress. And that's what my mistake when I first started was. I went into this, did a week of learning, a week of education, and I thought I knew it all and all of that. I invested money. I ended up losing my money. It took a little bit, it took a couple weeks or maybe a month or two, but I lost my money. If I had started with demos and I had learned to trade with demos and flipped demo after demo after demo until I realized, hey, I'm actually good enough. Now let me invest my real capital, and invested my capital and had done the same thing, I probably wouldn't have lost the money I lost. And so if it is something you're interested in and going into, just know that I recommend you probably should start off with demos while you're learning. And if, once you start seeing those confluences, those confirmations, once you start seeing it blue, once you start seeing your money, compound, and okay, maybe you're ready for a live account. A lot of people say, oh no, just start your live. And unless you're taking signals from a trusted source that you can enter and, you do have a high probability of profiting, unless you're taking signals, then don't trade blindly from a real account. But if you do decide to join a group, a community, an MLM company that they offer signals, then yeah, you're probably going to want to fund your real account. But this mainly goes to the people who are interested in learning to trade themselves. So where they can make their own signals and not relying on other people to make their signals. At first, that's what I was doing. I was taking signals, making money, taking signals, losing money, and then I realized, I'm like, dude, like, I want to do this. Like, I genuinely find this interesting. And I'm hooked on it. I'm hooked. I want to learn. I'm having fun sitting here in front of charts, studying, watching videos, taking course after course after course. To me, I find that exciting, which is why I've been willing to put in the time. I started early this year. I started in January. I was presented the opportunity sometime in November, December of 2019. And then all of 2020, I've been learning. The first couple of months were stagnant because I decided to join an MLM company. I don't want to talk bad. I'm going to talk bad on this MLM company. They suck. MLM companies are not what you want to join if you want to become a professional trader. Let me repeat that. If you're looking to become a professional trader, I do not recommend you join an MLM company. You will not be a professional trader unless you take other courses. MLM companies, the reason they have a subscription fee, a monthly subscription fee that gets you paying every month, is because they don't give you the full information right then and there. Because if they did, then they wouldn't need you to pay month to month, because then you'd already know it. And once you can independentize yourself from that company, you no longer give them money. You're no longer a service to them. So the MLM companies with Forex are not meant to make you a professional trader. Whereas there are other courses offered by professional traders that they charge one upfront fee. And it might be a slightly more expensive fee than the monthly subscription of MLM companies, but it's only a one-time fee, no monthly subscription, and they give you everything all at once. I would recommend that. I've taken some of those personally, and so I'd recommend that route if you're learning to want to specifically trade. However, if you do want to be, an MLMer, a marketer, and you do want to recruit, and you do want to have a team, and you're just solely looking into building a team, then yeah, go ahead and join an MLM company. I don't care. But if you're just looking to specifically trade, don't do it. You know how I mentioned earlier about the $6.7 trillion traded a day? It basically leaves no cap to the amount of money you can make once you learn the skill. Once you learn the skill, there's no cap to the amount of money you can make. And so unlike any other job that starts you off at a minimum wage or even at a certain wage, you're not going to move up until you prove yourself, until you have a certain amount of time there, until you exceed and excel their expectations. Then you get bumped up. And even then, if you're in a certain position, there's a cap to where you can be bumped up to. At least most companies will have a cap to what that position can offer. So my previous job, for example, I reached a cap. I started off at a good amount. I started reaching a cap that, my certain position, my certain level had. And after that, I'd have to really, really prove myself in order to get bumped up $1 or $2 extra. And with the foreign exchange market is, if you're learning the skill, and as your skill improves, you're able to, and you're more confident. And as you compound your money, you're then able to simply increase the lot size. And I'm not going to get into details with that. I'll make more videos regarding all of this information. So I apologize that I might be using, lingo that you might not completely understand. But if you're watching this video, then you probably have some knowledge in Forex. But like I was saying, you increase the lot size, you increase the amount of money you make. That's it. Your analysis gets better to where you can gain more pips, gain more movements, which will ultimately give you more money. And like I said, it's 24/7, 24/5, 24/7 when you include crypto on the weekends. So 24/7 to make money, whereas a job, 8 hours, boom, you're done. And then if your salary, some don't even pay you overtime and bonuses and all of that. Whereas Forex, you get to choose your bonuses. You get to choose your paychecks. You get to choose when you want to make your money. If you're busy throughout the day, trade at night. If you're busy at night, trade during the day. If you're busy at night and day, trade in the afternoon. Trade on the weekends. Like, there's no cap to when you can trade, and there's no cap to the amount of money you can make after you learn the skill. I want to make sure I repeat that. I don't want you guys thinking that this is a get-rich-quick scheme and that anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, not everybody will. Everybody can do it, not anybody can. I think I fucked that up. I don't know how that goes. You get the point. This is for everybody, but not everybody will do it. like any profession, like any complex skill, it requires time. It's going to take years. You know, doctors, nurses, lawyers, accountants, you know, tax preparers, they go through months, if not years, of courses and education to be able to do what they do. So why expect to learn this in 3 weeks or a handful of months when other professions take even longer and will make you less money? The fact that there's no cap to the amount of money you can make with this is enough for you to realize that it's going to take a long time to learn and to really solidify your knowledge. You know, I've known people who have been in this for over a year or over 2 years and are still not consistently profitable. You know, it obviously all depends on the person. And then this goes back to my earlier videos as to why I got off social media. And to why I got off social media because I got rid of many distractions, because I wanted to invest my full time into learning this, because I'm going to be that 1% of Forex traders that learn this under a year and become profitable almost immediately. I mark my words. I'm going to be that trader. I'm going to be that 1%. And so realizing that, knowing that, I needed to take drastic measures that most people won't take. One of them, completely getting off social media. Completely. You know, taking those drastic measures has allowed me to really, really accelerate my learning in this. And I am grateful that I did that, because I've learned so much more in the last month or two than I have in the whole beginning of the year with a multi-level marketing company, with 2 multi-level marketing companies and a mentor, somewhat of a mentor. He's still learning himself too. So I was 2 multi-level marketing companies and 1 mentor who was still learning, and I've learned more in the last 2 months on my own than I did with them, than I did with those 2 companies. So that tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. And not only does it tell you that MLM companies will not teach you to be a professional trader, but will only teach you the basics, which you can find all of that information online. All of the information that they provide you for a monthly subscription fee, you can find online for free on YouTube for free. I recommend some guy called Chris. His name is Swaggy C, and his YouTube channel is called the Swag Academy. I learned a lot of price action, a lot of basics there. And then, you know, it's the same information that they offer in these MLM companies. So it's like, I mean, he has his own course. He offers his own course, which I actually, with a group of friends, that we purchased. So we're going to be taking his course and, you know, even solidifying our knowledge even more. So there's a lot of free information online that you can find, that you can teach yourselves, a lot of pattern formations online, a lot of information online that's free. You know, for those who are willing to sit down and learn an extra skill, who are bored at home and have time, who are looking to make an extra income, I would recommend the foreign exchange markets. I would recommend that. It has a bad reputation because of MLM companies, you know, but they are not associated. When you think of foreign exchange trading, do not think of multi-level marketing. Take the multi-level marketing out of foreign exchange and just realize that foreign exchange is its own thing, and that you don't need a company, you don't need a network to build your knowledge and skill in the foreign exchange as a trader. You can find that online for free. And then there's the paid courses that I would recommend, that, you know, they're very successful traders put this together and teach us, but without a monthly subscription. The foreign exchange market is probably our best bet because it's recession proof, because there's so much money circulating, because it's 24/7. There's just a lot of opportunity in this. You know, like I said, a lot of people are willing to put in 4 years of education and $40,000-$50,000 in debt into a skill, a profession that's only going to give them no more than $30,000. I mean, $20-$30 an hour, no more than $80,000, $100,000 a year. If you're lucky, you know, on average, people in my generation, on average, even the average American, anywhere between $50,000 to less than $80,000 a year. $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Whereas this has no cap. This has no cap. I might have missed some things. I might have missed some key details that I wanted to mention, but I mean, that's why I joined, and that's why I recommend you join too. There's a lot of opportunity in this. And if you're looking to get started, like I want to be clear. I don't have a course to sell. I don't have a Telegram chat. I don't have a community. I'm not here to, recruit you or anything. But if you're learning, if you want to learn and, want to learn where to start and you don't know where to and you want some help, I'll help you out. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I'll direct you to where you can go to the resources you can find. I might even send you some resources, but if you're willing to. I'm not, like I said, I don't have a course to sell. I'm not a professional, but I can point you in the direction to the professionals. And I want to get this information out there because I want a lot of people to know and realize that, dude, there's a lot of opportunity in making money than just a job, than just working for an employer. There's a greater opportunity out there. And if you can detach yourself from that society, not society, but from that employer, from that working class, then you get freedom. If we can, unless you like doing it, if you like doing it, perfect. If you're happy doing your job, perfect. If you're unhappy, talk to me. And yes, I'm wearing a hat and a hoodie indoors. Fight me.